Hello there YouTube, this is Sibbles and Bits back at it again with another Inkbound daily. Today is the solo daily for November 7th. And today we will be playing Weaver, going from Garden's Edge to Proving Grounds up against Cinder. Don't know what else to say. We have legendary stores, so we get more quillings. This has actually been fixed now. We're more likely to see quilling draft options. I really don't care about any of those things. We already have way too much. I suppose since we can buy legendaries at the shop, it's somewhat better, but we need to liquidate something, so we can't fill our inventory full of legendaries, especially since there's 3 millstones. And then we have paper tigers to give us another free 50% damage multiplier. And then we have Heart of a Hero. Good lord. Okay. Alright. I understand, game. So basically what I'm going to be looking for here is this is a great opportunity for us to complete these quests since we're going to, well, this one right here. We're going to Proving Grounds, so if I can get 70 physical power, that'd be great. This is certainly none of those things. Okay, so we need to win a turn 1. How do we do that? Crit set actually isn't going to help us. Future Willer is. Future Willer is going to help us a lot with that. Makes it so that it's easier for us to fully bind things. If we want to go ahead and like constrict something a couple of times, we can. We do only have a certain amount of output in a turn. What is our augment? We have critical constrict. Certainly going to be harder for us to get legendaries that increase our crit chance. Believe there might be one, Baylor's Tongue. Not really the best option. Like, at least it gives us critical damage. It's not really like we can like guarantee something there. A Mercurial is exactly what I want to see. I think that this honestly might be Future Willer for this first run. Or this first room, I should say. Moss Spyglass is, of course, very good. Especially because Nim, in particular, does try to put itself... the bits try to come closer to us than Nim is. So it's much easier for us to make sure that he's the furthest target from us. And he's the one that we got to do all the damage to. So this is quite notable. Moss Spyglass is honestly quite goated in the common tier. I'm just trying to make sure that we beat Fight 1. And I think this is how we're going to do it. I could see all 3 of these being good. Critical Constrict, of course, being a green crit aug. Is he going to complain about green crit augs again? Yes, he's going to complain about green crit augs again. But I suppose with our limited space, there's not even really a good reason for us to go into crit. We would have to liquidate so many things in order to make that happen. They did give us the opportunity to do so, so it's kind of also my fault. I think we might just take Lengthy Threads or Sewing Stitch. Sewing Stitch, it's just useful. It saves us a will, basically. I don't think I want 2 Tarnish Vaults here. Go ahead and give me Quilling Cage. This might be the only time where, like, the Quilling Cage is worth more than the Vestiges. Of course you are, There we go, that's Controlled Weaving. Go ahead, hit, orb, hit. Okay. Storm King is an interesting set. We are not going to be able to liquidate here. We do not have enough to buy a legendary. Incendiary doesn't seem so bad. There's actually, isn't there 2 legendaries that go for burn? I might be completely crazy, but I believe that's the case. There's no legendaries that build into Vapor. There's not a legendary that builds into Cleave either. I think Incendiary's a good pick. I'm not actually sure that I feel any of these. Let's go ahead and re-roll this. Outlawed works. I could see Misting Bells maybe, but Paper Tigers is in effect. That feels pretty terrible. Reroll me again. There is our Crit Og. Does give us some poison too. But 10% crit chance might be worthy of our time. If we could create more orbs, that'd be great too, but that's quite an investment. Another Future Willer is kind of hilarious. We would liquidate one of them easily, get close to Ambusher. I think we'll go ahead and take this Trader's Dagger. It's absolutely useless to us right now off of our base crit chance, but we could work into it. Okay, let's take a look at our bindings. Green. -1 cooldown on Incendiary is quite huge. Otherwise, it doesn't really gain damage till, like, I believe it's purple will increase its damage. Or maybe I'm thinking of blue, plus 50 damage. That's assuming they didn't get rid of it in the latest update. I haven't actually drafted Incendiary recently. Kind of strange. Let's go with a Sea Breach. It seems like our best option here. -1 will reserve for 3 combats. Gain a random ascension. Gain Quillings for increase incoming damage for 3 combats. This would include Nim. That's actually quite scary. I'm thinking here. Ascend something. Incinerate is kinda disgusting. Okay, that's worth that. This is quite a hard fight, by the way. I think I did that wrong. Yeah, we're going to take some damage here. Unless... Yeah, this was off cooldown. We were fine. I honestly don't know how I'm going to solve for damage here. This doesn't quite cut it. Like, we're missing just a little bit of damage, and that's what's keeping us here. We should be able to get controlled weaving right here. Destroy all of you. Okay. Hmm. Okay, we have spike damage with both Constrict and Incinerate. Does that mean that we take Jinx for Boss Nuke? Do we take Lightning Bolt for AoE? Do we take Smoke Bomb? All great questions. I think it's Jinx. It's just hard not to pick that with Paper Tigers in effect. I actually appreciate Molten Set right now. Like, this is kind of difficult. We can grind immediately. Molten Set would bring us, like, pretty close to... Like, Molten 3 would be pretty great for us. I think I actually want a big Quilling Cage here. Big Quilling Cage plus Money Pot. I was hoping that would actually be something that we could use. Probably didn't need to eat that fish there. I could have left it up there for Nim. But the Money Pot's here. We kind of wanted to destroy it. Take that. Can I get the two of you? Mercurial. Okay. We're looking good. This is kind of perfect. Okay. Verdant, interesting. I think it's Boiling Muck. Yeah, Boiling Muck is pretty good by itself. Gets us into this precision set. Expert Binder is eh. Like, I suppose, like, I don't know. Bringing down the cooldown of Jinx is somewhat good. I'm not really appreciative of it, but it does a lot for us. I'll take that. This is event 3. Take me to the garden. She's got something to say. What do you got to say, Cora? She's no longer upset with me. None of this does it for me. I'm not sure I'm willing to re-roll, though. I would much rather re-roll the shop up ahead, so we'll just take something. Yeah. Or we could take nothing just to flex on the game, I guess. Alright. Loom of the Lost Artisan versus Cinder. Pretty good. Baylor's Tongue. Definitely good. I think I'm willing to take Baylor's reroll. Get rid of that. There's Infernal Cascade. Alright. We're looking good. That's Molten 3, Infernal Cascade, Precision, And then I think we liquidate these two as soon as we get done here. What up, dude? Don't feel like I want to waste this. Maybe that's the wrong way of looking at it. It is 10 poison. Just think I'd rather do that. I don't think we're getting out of this without taking damage. Using this barrier potion just to block this doesn't seem appropriate. Could just hit you all the same. I think we hit you. And we're gonna miss the turn. Ugh. That really is misfortunate. There we go. Now let's just fish for another crit. Nope. I forget that we have Jinx. We're going to be okay, I think. We want to get these stacks, though. Might as well honestly just do that. Then that. Save this for another turn. Next turn, this is going to be maxed. Man, if we really could have blocked this, I'm going to be a little upset. We're going to take a turn here. It's misfortunate. Maybe we... Like, it isn't really about saving the health at this point. Let's go ahead and do that. There's Dread Harvest. That's pretty good. Grim Vortex would build faster. Give me Dread Harvest. That's perfectly fine. Damage per stack of Dread seems great. Burn damage actually is probably even better than that. It makes our Incinerate a huge nuke. Basically doubles its damage. I'm about it. When an enemy is inflicted with at least 2 effects between burn, poison, I gain damage resist. And burn damage. Okay, game, I understand. You want me to inflict poison too. Maybe that means Trader Dagger stays. Maybe Trader Dagger stays. Okay, that's getting close. really don't want to hit you with that, because I'd rather hit you with this. So is this better? Yes. Then I hit you with that. And I probably hit you with this. Hit both of you guys with this? Not sure that that's going to work out. Nope. Okay. Hmm. A little bit worried about you up here now. This doesn't really do any damage at the moment. You guys are all spread out. Yeah, I think we're going to take another turn here. That's unfortunate. Oh, a lot of damage flinging around. Can solve some of it like that. Don't know why I did that. Well, we can't really afford to take damage here, so we're going to use this potion. Why do you guys have so much health? Y'all ever think of that? We're gonna lose 2 turns here. These enemies really refuse to stand together. We're gonna lose more than 2 turns here. Oh my good lord, these enemies. Thank God for that crit. Alright. So we apparently need some damage. And I don't think more crit is technically going to give it to us. I also don't want to liquidate this because we can't take shadow. We don't have the shielding to uphold that. This may honestly be a reroll here. Another boiling muck. Interesting. We liquidate this. That gives us Expert Binder. Every orb that we pick up will then reduce a cooldown to 0. So we could use that to fuel 2 Incinerates in a turn. Now we're starting to look at an engine here. Making it cost 0 the first time saves us a will. We now no longer have that -1 will curse. Seamless Constrict is... it's almost just too good. Go ahead, take Seamless Constrict, I guess. Using Jelly is a thing. There we go. I think we need another big Quilling Cage here. I would like to buy one more Legendary, but need to be able to afford to do so. There we go. That's pretty good. And no matter how this works, that's fine. Oh, that won't do it. Alright, then I guess I'll do that. Because I wanted to Dreadful Jinx you. But this currently does more damage. We're fine with that. Because this is pretty much gearing towards, like, being our only skill sometimes. Go ahead, take this orb first, take that off cooldown. Do I want to do that, or do I want to... A little risky. That was severely risky. Like, we're going to take another turn. Shoot. Rope burn isn't terrible, except that getting our cooldown reduced is bad if we're going to detach threads. So we'll just take Entwine and deal some more damage to enemies. Making it inflict burn isn't bad, though. That's going to stack up quite a lot. Oh, what else do we want to do here? We don't really need to go literally anywhere. Guess we take the Carver's Refuge. We should get another grinder. What do we want to grind? Vulcus? Do we want to keep Vulcus? I'm not sure about that. The problem is a lot of these sets are just terrible. And using one of our 4 slots for these are not good either. Another Bailers, maybe get that. We might honestly even just liquidate this Contrition of Elira. Could see that being pretty good. What else do we got here? More crit per stuff? Sure. Give me a rare augment at this point. I think we've bought everything that we care to buy at this point. I was gonna say, watch me actually roll crits now. Can't get both of you, huh? Alright then. A leaky pen would actually be pretty good for us right now. That health loss is pretty disastrous. This is pretty okay. Inflict an additional 4 stacks of burn. You'll love to see it because that is also going to get increased by Infernal Cascade. Hex threaded enemies seems very good for us. Okay, both of those were chosen. Take me here. We're about to liquidate this Contrition of Elira. Maybe after all this, the DR, the Bastion, we can actually like not take a ton of damage from enemies. Probably not. Maybe Byron the Talking Book was better, but I don't know. We can't buy any here and then also have enough money later, but another Baylor's is very interesting. It definitely did take us down like a crit run. If burn is not, if enemies not already inflicted with burn, inflict another 8 stacks of burn. Otherwise, inflict 4 more stacks of burn. That's. I think we're gonna take critical to constrict though, because I'm kind of hoping for the damage multiplier on this. That was quite an up tier though. Okay. Maybe if I actually remembered to use my potions, we wouldn't be in this situation. Didn't crit. Okay. We are... Oh, thank God. That brought them low enough that that was going to do it. I thought we were legitimately dead there. I like Tangle here. Allows us to thread a ton of enemies for air quotes free. Additional 8 stacks of burn. Again, really don't want to go into that. Discounted Jinx makes that highly usable. I'm about it. Now, either plus damage from Dread or damage from Dread or the damage multiplier on Incinerate would be highly appreciated. Really? Okay, game. How about that? How's that make you feel? I swear I saw that pixel. Anyways. Gonna toss that. Grab this. Okay, guess we're hitting this. It's kind of spicy. You're really gonna bot me, huh? Guess not. Okay. We have like just enough crit to make this build work right now. A Dun's head would go pretty hard, to be honest. That is not the button I need to press. Guess I could have just saved a ton of will there. We won't talk about that. There's another crit. Wow. Guess I should have used Entwine. Man, we are like just outside of an amazing build here. We just can't like bring it in. This would give us Molten 6. I'll take it. We're gonna run all the way down and grind this now. Because there's really no other purpose for us to have any of those other sets. And what do we got here? More DR, huh? Does Warden 3 do anything? No. Don't care then. This could give us... I mean, we might as well take Gloom of the Lost Artisan, actually. We're good. 30 damage per stack. Guess I should take a look at this for you guys. There's an ink tap there. Honestly, they gave us some smite stuff. Ashaloon might be good. Byron. Double Byron. Seems pretty decent. Okay. Okay, I guess I don't understand why this was killing before. Very odd. Save that for next turn, we're gonna need it. Why would you stand in front of me? Well, we're going to take 2 damage. I think there's anything that we can do about that. We didn't reduce the cooldowns of our skills, even though our crit chance is currently 30%. I mean, it is what it is. I suppose using all this Entwined first would have brought this up, then I would have used Incinerate and won. That's probably true, considering that we brought this down to here. Well, it was alright, I guess. We got to 4,500, almost got 46. We just lost a ton of turns, honestly. And then, of course, at the end there, we didn't have the amount of damage, or our ordering was incorrect. Or, like, we completely misplayed the one with the, what was it, the Razor Shade? And just, like, planted ourselves right in front of him, didn't kill him, just took a ton of damage for free. So those two definitely hurt our score a little bit. We could have been up at, like, around, like, all other things considered, I'd say that our misplays, especially that last one against Cinder, would have been worth, let's see, 2 damage. That's 2% of the total. That's worth 120 right there. So then we would have been at 4920, plus we took some like a ton of damage on another one, which lost us 10% of that. What else are you gonna do, right? Like, we screwed it up. That's our fault. But all around, I think it was a fun build, considering the fact that we were limited to 4 items. I think that we did not necessarily the best possible, but we did the best that we probably could have done, like, knowing everything that we knew. Like, going back and seeing, like, okay, well, they definitely gave us a lot of storm set. We could have had, like, that going off. The Looms of the Artisan, like, a lot of people might talk about those. Those don't stack. In fact, I believe someone bug reported that they're actually broken when you try to stack them. Like, it's not good at all. What else was there? Like, the Molten set was definitely pretty good. We just, again, we screwed that up on our end. We could have gotten off of the Trader's Dagger if we would have found another way to get poison in the kit. I believe that we were indeed offered, was it Poison Vapor versus Jinx? Jinx definitely didn't start taking off as much as I would hope. I guess that's the problem with not having stats. We had absolutely no stats in the deck. Like, our stats were Loom of the Weaver, or Loom of the Lost Artisan, whatever it's called. That was the only thing that literally gave us, like, percentage stats. Besides, we had 1 multiplier on enemies that were burned, and that's it. So, I guess that would be what I would say, is just look for more stats. We were offered a lot of Shadow. We eventually found Shielding. That would have offset it. We weren't offered a lot of Verdant, weren't offered a lot of Vigorous. I don't know. Be interested to see what these guys came up with. Anyways, if you have any feedback whatsoever, be it questions, comments, concerns, misplay alerts, be sure to put that down in the comments below. And until next time, I'll catch you guys around.